Hey everyone, welcome to Clickheads. I'm Eddie the Chump, and today we've got a great news roundup for you. Firstly, we're going to talk about Riot's recent press release regarding the cheating phenomenon in Valorant, and then we're going to talk about some possible future skins for the game, as well as the very popular Reaver bundle perhaps not returning from the beta. There's quite a lot to get through, so let's just crack on. First up, Riot took the time to write this short press release talking all things cheater related. It's a very interesting read, so I'll link the article for you in the description if you want to read it for yourself. For now though, I'm going to read the juiciest bits to you. The article comes from Paul Arkham-Chamberlain, who is in fact in the process of leaving Riot for another project, but up until now has been the Valorant anti-cheat lead. He begins this article with some information about the impact of player reports in-game. One of the most powerful tools in the fight against cheaters is player reports. Reporting gives players a way to directly tell us, your faithful anti-cheat team, what suspicious activity is going on in their games. Unlike Vanguard's automated systems, Riot Vanguard is our anti-cheat system, reports bring human insight to our anti-cheat efforts at an otherwise unobtainable scale and bring with it a direct look at everyone's experience in-game. It's really important that the players use the in-game reporting tools every time they see something suspicious. It's the best way to help us keep the game fair. So there we have Riot saying, please do use the report feature as much as you see appropriate, as it really helps with their collection of data. Some communities in other games are very wary of false or overly eager reporting and the effects that that can have, with players supposedly picking up bans that aren't deserved. I don't believe that for a second myself. I think these tools are there to be used, even if a report is the product of pure refined salt. Arkham goes on to detail why they want players to use these tools so much. Reports feed into many of our team's processes, both automated and manual. On the automated side, the Vanguard backend uses reports to decide whether or not a player should receive additional scrutiny, such as a higher intensity game integrity scan. Vanguard also uses the number of reports, more specifically the number of unique reporters and number of games in which the player was reported, as an indication of confidence in its findings, which helps us ban players faster and in many cases without manual review. So the more a cheating suspect is reported by unique reporters, the more it is likely to really look at the suspect's games files in a more intense way. It also, as he says here, uses reports as a correlative measure against its own findings. If it thinks a player has been cheating and that player has a bad report reputation, it is more likely to confirm its analysis. Now, cheaters aren't banned individually at random intervals, which they explain later, but reporting is clearly effective when it comes to assisting the automated tool. Our anti-cheat analysts also use reports to drive the manual review process. Each day, the analysts, sometimes guest starring myself, review the most suspicious players, usually starting with the most reported players. These manual reviews help us find cheats that aren't automatically detected, that we then use to improve Vanguard so that automatic detection and bans will happen in the future. We also use these manual reviews as an opportunity to remove the most disruptive players ahead of schedule. We often use ban waves to keep cheat developers guessing as to whether or not their cheat is currently detected, but we're happy to early exit the most disruptive cheaters to better protect the game. So not only do the reports help Vanguard, but they also assist in manual review, as you would imagine. Now, manual review bans will always attract the "this player got banned because a famous person reported them" a la Kafri in Overwatch. Kafri catches a ton of flack in that community for reporting players who later turn out to be banned, as if it's him directly getting them banned, when in reality it's almost 100% certain that those players were in fact cheating, and Kafri had nothing to do with it outside of the normal functions of a player report, irrespective of if the reporter is famous or not. And say you don't believe that? Listen to Arkham explain some stats for you. First of all, 97% of players have never even received a single report. No one has ever found their behaviour suspicious enough to comment on. Of these 3% of players that have been reported for cheating, more than 80% of them have only ever been reported by a single player. 90% have been reported by fewer than 3 players. To put this another way, only 0.6% of players have received more than one cheating report, and only 0.3% have received 3 or more. However, reports and cheaters aren't perfectly correlated. Many reported players are innocent, and not all cheaters get reported before they're banned. Right now, only 53% of banned cheaters were reported before their ban, and only 60% of players with 20 reports get banned after a review. But even without a perfect correlation, reports are extremely helpful. That to me is staggering. Only 3% of players have ever been reported, and even less receive more than one. Just over half of all banned cheaters received a report before their ban, and only 60% of highly reported players actually got banned at all. Arkham finishes with this. So why am I telling you this? I want you all to report more. Whenever you see something suspicious in your game, please use the report system so that we can see it too. Your reports are invaluable to us. Your view from the ground is the best intelligence we could ask for, and when we work together, great things are possible. So there you have it, direct from Riot's mouth. Use the report feature and use it whenever you suspect something isn't right. It's not a waste of time, it does actually help. Hands up who's received a message about a player they've reported actually getting banned. I have, and even without direct confirmation, I knew who it was. Cheating affects a lot of matches, more than most people would like to know, so we have to make use of the tools given to us. That's why they're there. On a slightly lighter topic, let's talk about skins. The website Dexerto interviewed some of the key devs behind skin design and asked them some very interesting questions. The first of which was, are the skins directly related to the lore of Valorant? To which the devs replied, not necessarily. Some of them are based off an alternate fantasy, like the Elder Flame collection, and some are more closely related, like Glitch Pop, which functions as a fictional IP that does exist in the Valorant world, hence the store on Split. Another question that Dexerto asked was about agent skins. Now, we know a lot of people want them and we want them too, but Riot essentially said, no, they're still not being planned for competitive integrity reasons. That doesn't mean never, but not right now. Dexerto asked the devs about crossover skins, like how Fortnite crosses over with outside IPs very effectively. Riot replied with, not right now, but it's a cool idea, just like crossovers with, say, League of Legends is. Now, on that, they were a little bit more forthcoming, as they directly said it's something that they're interested in, but again, right now is not the time. So you'll just have to wait for your brand Phoenix crossover skin set. On that topic, what would your guys' ideal League crossover be? Would you even like to see it the other way, with Valorant skins for League champions? The possibilities are endless. Moving on, Dexerto asked about possible seasonal map reskins, like a Winter Haven as an example. Again, Riot were like, not right now. We're much more likely to see smaller map updates, like the Glitch Pop store on Split, than anything else. Disappointed? I want a Winter Haven and every agent gets a little elf hat? Come on, Rito, sort your priorities out. It's almost like you want the game to function well before we start messing around. I say boo to that, but what do I know? Lastly, they covered the topic of skin requests, and Riot actually acknowledged the social media outcry for the Reaver set to return. Now, the reply was actually way less open than I thought it would be, so I'll quote it directly in this case. I probably see a comment or tweet about this at least once per day. Even if we did decide to bring Reaver back, it wouldn't be the exact same as players remember it. Reaver was a work in progress, a prototype to see how players would respond to evolving gun skins. So even if they returned it, it seems like Riot view the Reaver set much more like a tech demo than any of us realized. I always wondered why the Reaver op got a cool black and red recolor and the other weapons didn't. As they say, even if it comes back, it's probably going to be quite different. So for the time being at least, I think the Reaver set is somewhat cancelled. Riot did also say at the end that just because they haven't done so yet, they haven't ruled out bringing more weapons out for an already established skin set, like a Glitch Pop Vandal being their example. I have to say I would really welcome that, because I would totally buy that skin, but I'm not buying a set if the best gun is a Bulldog or a Guardian. That's just me though. And that's about it for today. What did you guys think about Riot's comments on cheating and the future of skins? Are you a hardcore Reaver skin devotee who's now disappointed? Let us know down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content on this channel, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you get notified when we upload. Also, please check out our Facebook stream. We're no lifing Valorant over there, and it would be great to see some of you in the chat. Until next time.